What's up, everybody? Here we are back again for some more NFL predictions with Ryan later over here.
Video.
Yeah, Ryan's yearly video. Yeah, this is for 2025 to 2026. That's kind of crazy. It's actually
We've been doing this for how many years? 3 or 4 now?
Yeah, since 2022, I want to say. That was the first time we did it. Yeah, it was, because we did the first time was with like a weird laptop setup or whatever, and then it was with in the back. We did the second one, and then the last one was here with the Mac, and now we're doing it again with the Mac here. So yeah, I tried to educate myself a bit on the depth charts, and also I have the standings from last year here as well to help me a little bit, even though obviously like I don't fully agree with like some of this, like for being the same. But
yeah,
so we're gonna try our best here. Again, I'll probably be hilariously wrong again, but hopefully I'm a little less wrong. That's my hope.
So we're gonna go left to right, game by game.
Yeah. So AFC top down, A versus N top down, and NFC top down, like always, and then we're gonna go next week. All right.
Okay.
So how do we do this again? It's just like we just say who's gonna win.
Yep.
Okay, so first game, Kansas City versus Chargers. I think we know who's going to win that one.
I'm going to go with Kansas City.
Yeah, Chargers will never eat that one out, ever.
Chargers could win, because it's in Brazil, but I mean,
No, but Chargers never have, though.
I trust the Chiefs more.
Yeah, and the Chargers never have either, anyways. Okay, and then Steelers versus Jets.
Aaron Rodgers going back to New York.
That's a weird... I just thought about that, actually. Yeah, literally, like, that's kind of a weird, like, reuniting sort of thing. We'll go...
I'll go with Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I just think that they're the better team.
Dolphins, yeah. All the away teams so far.
I mean, you know how the Bengals always start slow in week 1? Like, they always lose, it seems like.
Yeah.
This is tough. I'm gonna go with the Bengals. The Browns could win because the Bengals always start slow.
No, I'll go with the Bengals too, to be honest with you. Raiders versus Patriots. I'm gonna say the Patriots.
I'm gonna say the Patriots just because they're at home and they have what's his name, Mike Vrabel is their coach. I think he's.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Tennessee versus Broncos. Broncos definitely. Ooh, this is a good matchup here. I think this must be Sunday Night Football, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
This is. I would say.
This is a toss.
I'm gonna say. Honestly, I'm going to say Ravens.
I think the Ravens too. Just because it's week 1 and they're all
okay. Ooh, Cowboys versus Eagles. Definitely Eagles, I think, though, because they're Philadelphia at home is crazy.
And they don't have Micah Parsons anymore.
Oh, I just skipped over the fucking conference game. Sorry. Carolina versus Jacksonville. Wow, what a great game.
It's a great game.
I'll say Jacksonville, I guess. And then Rams for this one, too.
This one could go
I don't know.
I'm actually going to go with Houston, just because the Rams are an old team. We don't need to do that. This game.
I'll say Rams. I'm gonna stick with Rams. This one right here.
This is another great game.
Probably.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
Yeah, probably Cardinals here. Buccaneers as well. I would say here.
I'd say the Buccaneers.
Because Baker Mayfield was pretty good last year. That was a shocker for me.
Mayfield was really good.
The Giants don't have much going for them, bro. I'm gonna say. Washington here. San Francisco versus Seahawks.
Sam Darnold's debut was a Seahawk.
Yeah, I'll say Seattle can pull this one off because San Fran is like they definitely they're a bit back and forth. Yeah,
I'll say San Fran. This could be.
I'll say Packers as well here.
This is tough. It depends if this one's tough because it's the season opener. I'll say Green Bay, yeah.
And then Vikings, I think they could pull it off.
This one could go either way too, because it's the first game of the season, and Chicago's a new team. I'm gonna go with Minnesota as well, though.
Well, again, like both teams have a pretty big. They have pretty big. They're starting out pretty big right now, to say the least, because Bears have a lot of changes, and then so does the Vikings. I'm gonna say Vikings.
I'm gonna go with Vikings as well.
All right, next week. Okay. It's a little more split up this time. Okay. Bills versus Jets. Bills.
Dolphins, Patriots.
Dolphins versus Patriots. I'll say Dolphins this time.
Dolphins, even though I know their defense is really bad, but I think that I feel like the Patriots could be okay, but I think they're going to start slow.
I think that the Dolphins, Patriots are like going to be on slightly more equal footing this year compared to last year. That's why I'm kind of saying they'll do it here. And then Jacksonville versus the Bengals, probably Bengals.
Yeah, I'll take the Bengals.
Definitely Ravens this next game too.
Broncos should.
I'm actually gonna say, I'll say the Broncos, yeah. And then Chargers versus Raiders.
This one is in Las Vegas. I still think the Chargers are gonna win, but this one could go either way.
No, I'll say Raiders.
That's fair.
I think the Raiders could do it. Why is it? Why ain't clicking? Come on. The fuck, bro? You serious?
They're not going.
Yeah, it's not clicking it.
Can you scroll there? Let's see now. There we go.
What in the world? Okay, it clicked it. Thank God,
Did it?
brother.
I don't know if it did.
No, it did. It highlighted it, I think, but now it's not.
Okay, just see do the rest if you can, and
Bro, what
click,
the fuck?
click it again. Oh.
Oh my God. Wait. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on.
Glitching out.
It's already unresponsive page, I guess. There we go. Okay.
Okay, then.
I spammed it though now, so of course now it's gonna have a add remove. I didn't remove nothing there, bro. There we go. Now it's doing it.
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Yeah, Rams here. Seattle versus Pittsburgh. I think they're on they're on pretty weird, similar footing right now because you got Aaron. You have brand new quarterbacks in both these teams. I'm gonna say Steelers
I
on
would
this
say
one.
Steelers too, but this one might be close. But I think the Steelers defense.
Ooh, bro, we got freaking
rematch.
Oh man.
I think the Eagles are just a better team. That's just what I think. I think the Chiefs are a very good team.
Yeah, I gotta say, why are they home? Why did they say? Okay, also they come off mini bye.
Yeah,
It says.
'cause that's like when
all
they
right,
play
yeah, I can see that pushes it a little more too. And then over here we got Buccaneers versus the Texans. I'm gonna say Texans could probably do this one. They're both on similar kind of
they're both teams on the rise.
wild card teams.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Washington versus Green Bay. Oh, this one's cool too. This is both young quarterbacks here. I'll say, although one of them's a little younger, obviously. I'm gonna still say Green Bay
I'm
though.
going
I think.
Green Bay. I think Micah Parsons.
Giants versus Cowboys. I'll say Cowboys.
Yep.
San Fran versus Saints. I'll say
San
San Fran. Yeah, where did I put them last time? Yeah, no, I'll put it. Yeah, definitely. Okay, and then the next one here, Bears versus Lions. I think it's actually the Lions are at home. I think it's pretty obvious what's going to happen here.
Yeah,
it'll be the Lions.
Oh, your thing's glitching.
Bro, what in the fuck, bro? I can scroll, right?
Oh, you can do everything except just pick. Oh,
there we go. All right.
Okay.
And then we got Panthers versus Cardinals. What a interesting game this one's going to be. I'll just say Cardinals because I don't know.
Cause I like Bryce.
I think Cardinals are 2-0 somehow right now, but that's not going to last. And then we got Falcons versus Vikings. I think I'm going to say Vikings. We're at home.
Yeah, I'll say Vikings just because you're at home.
We're at 2-0 right
Bijan
now.
Robinson's good enough to where he could win the game for the Falcons single-handedly if they were at home, but. Okay, anyways. Bills, Dolphins.
Yeah, Bills, Dolphins. I'll say Bills, I think.
Bills. Oh, easy thing.
There we go. No, we're good. And then we got, over here, we got the Colts versus, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna, should I just close this shit?
Yeah, close all those.
I'll close it. What my plan was, guys, is I was gonna go look through these if I need to. But I think what I'll do is I'll look these up when we get to the playoffs. Is probably what I'll do because those are gonna be when I really need these, and they're lagging everything out right now. So 1 second here, guys. You can keep going ahead, Ryan, if you want.
I'll just do a few games. Steelers, Patriots. I feel like this game could actually be way closer. I think the Steelers though are gonna start out 3-0. They're gonna start out hot. And with that, we have the.
Just show my email, guys.
Versus.
Fuck, dude. All right, I'll get rid of that. I'm looking. It says this will remove every single instance of this group in your email. Just shows my email address. I'm like, bro, what? Why?
Jags,
this is tabs.
Jags, Texans. I'll take the Texans, even though they're on the road. Titans, Colts. I'll take the Titans. I rather like Cam Ward. I don't know. I don't think that the Colts have too much upside besides Tyler Warren. Jonathan Taylor's not bad. They have some defensive pieces. Their O-line's okay. I don't know. I don't trust their weapons that much. Broncos, Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers in this one. That one could go either way, though, but I'm just going to say because they're at home.
Just gotta let this thing stabilize.
There we go.
Finally, okay. Titans versus Colts. I'm a little behind. I'll say Titans. Yeah, it's fair. Steelers versus Patriots. I'm gonna say Patriots. I think.
Upset.
Yeah.
Go
Well,
for it.
I don't think the Steelers are much better than the Patriots. I think. I don't know.
We'll see.
Okay. I think the Patriots can do it. Texans versus Jaguars. I think I'm gonna say Texans
That's
on this
right.
one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This
No, I'm gonna say Broncos. Honestly, there's more There's more like a momentum with the Broncos
Yeah.
right now than the Chargers. I'd say. Bengals versus Vikings. I'm gonna give the Bengals this one.
This one could go either way. I'm actually gonna go with the Vikings just because I think the Bengals defense is so bad
Is that where you were at as well?
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
that like I feel like the Vikings have a good defense and a good offense, and the Bengals have a very, very good offense but a pretty bad defense.
Okay.
So that's my reasoning.
Jets versus Buccaneers. Buccaneers definitely. Definitely Washington because they got a mini bye. Y'all can beat the Browns. I think even at their stadium. Kind of mini bye. Kansas City versus Giants. The Giants are not doing much right now. I think. So we'll leave them. Who's their quarterback again?
Russell Wilson.
Okay, it's Russell Wilson. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's not bad. He's just old.
No, but like he wasn't great with the Steelers, so I'm not expecting much. And then you got the Lions versus the Ravens.
Tough one, eh?
Where
Sounds like
are the Ravens?
2-0 at the top.
All right. No, I'm still gonna say the Ravens because they got a big.
I
home
think they're more
crowd.
balanced of a team this season.
No, but also I think their fans would probably show up for a game like that anyways. They probably would fucking scare the Lions with that.
Eagles Rams. This was gonna be a good game.
Yeah. I'll say Eagles.
This one could go either way. I'll go with the Eagles too. I'll go with the Eagles. But
I have the Rams high right now, but like still.
The Rams are 1 and 2 for me, but I think that they'll.
Falcons and Panthers. I can say I'll say Panthers actually.
I'll go with Falcons just because the Falcons haven't won a game yet for me.
Okay. And then we got Seattle Seahawks versus the
Okay, this is where
Saints.
Seattle will get their first win, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, Saints. I don't know. The Saints just. I looked at their roster, bro. There wasn't much going on there. You know what I mean? So no, I'll say Seahawks. We also got the Cardinals versus 49ers after that.
I'm gonna take 49ers, I think. Oh, it's not worth it.
Bro,
Oh, there we go.
Oh my god, dude. Okay.
Anyways.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'll say 49ers. Yeah.
They're 3-0 for me.
No, not for me. No one's 3-0 in that division anymore for me. We got Dallas Cowboys versus the Chicago Bears.
I don't like
Two
Chicago.
teams that are probably really fucked this year. Let's
I'm
be
gonna
real.
go with Chicago though, just because they're at home.
Yeah, you're probably right about that one.
I feel like the Bears might win a few more games than last year, but I don't know. I don't have like too much trust.
Yeah, I mean neither. We got Titans versus the Texans.
I didn't say Texans.
Yeah, they'll say Texans as well. Kansas City versus Baltimore. Good game here.
This is a great game.
I'll probably put this to the Chiefs though.
I'll give the Chiefs the slight
because they're at Arrowhead.
edge.
And we got who is the what?
Miami versus.
Bro, sorry, I'm like dying here. I can't figure out who the fuck's gonna win this one. Actually,
I'll say Miami because they already started off.
Yeah.
So they start 3-1, so they're not a bad start for Miami.
yeah, okay.
I think if Tua stays healthy and their offense stays healthy, they can be a pretty good team.
Yeah, I agree. We got Bengals versus the Broncos. Probably Broncos
Take
here.
the
Let's be
Broncos.
real.
I think their defense is way better.
They're 4-0. I'm really putting them up higher.
There's
Oh,
one for
bro,
me.
we're playing in where's this? Ireland. Oh, interesting.
I think you guys can beat.
Yeah,
the
well, we'll be the Steelers. There's not much of a home field advantage here for the Steelers, I'd say. I don't think we've even played in Ireland before in the NFL.
So you guys are 4-0 for me.
We are 3-1. I was not that kind to the Vikings. We have got, and then we got the Panthers versus the Patriots.
I'm gonna say Patriots.
I'm gonna say Patriots again because and then Chargers versus
Giants.
the Giants. I actually think the Giants could get their first win for me here.
I'll give them their first win too. I feel like they're at home. They have a decent chance.
Because again, the Chargers are not exactly very like electric to me, you know.
They don't have many like.
And then
big
Bills
playmakers.
here, obviously.
Yeah, I'll go Bills. I'll go
Obviously, Lions here too.
And Rams.
I'm gonna actually give a Colts an upset here.
Oh damn. No.
Because again, Rams like I feel like could like they're gonna have. I feel like they could have get quite a few down games. And then Jaguars versus San Fran.
I'll go with San Fran's 4-0 for me as well.
I'll say San Fran, yeah. And then Raiders will win here, I think. Yeah, I'd say so.
I'll give the Raiders their first win of the season for me.
All right, and then we got in the NFC, we got the Seattle versus Cardinals. I could do. I'll say Cardinals.
I'll say Cardinals.
They're literally equal for me right now. Those two teams, anyway. So I think just whoever has home advantage, really. And then Buccaneers versus Eagles. Ooh, interesting.
This could be a trap game for the. I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers. If it's
he's kind of interesting. I feel that way too a little bit, right? Like, yeah, you kind of like you can see that one because the Buccaneers have like had moments where they just come up, you know. Washington versus Falcons.
I'm going with Atlanta for the upset.
I'm gonna still say the Commanders here, and then y'all are gonna be 4-0 if I could pick you, but I can't imagine y'all losing to the Cowboys, man.
Micah Parsons.
Y'all already own them, bro. Like, in the oh yeah. People were talking about like this is a must-watch game now after that. So, yeah, no, Packers again. Y'all are 4-0. Y'all, I put y'all above the Vikings.
The Vikings and Packers are both 4-0 on mine.
Okay. All right.
They have an easy start to the season, the Packers though, and that gets harder after like week 8 or something.
Well, that's the thing. I haven't actually looked super close into the general schedule yet. This is like kind of new to me. I've been looking at the depth chart, not really this. I was kind of saving this for now.
Yeah, something interesting about mine. I'm just gonna say quick. There are 4 undefeated teams at 4-0, and they're all in the NFC. It's the Vikings, Packers, Buccaneers, and 49ers. Because the 49ers have an easy start.
There's not a lot of only 2 undefeated teams. I've been really good. I've been like really not willing to let anybody be undefeated. I'm realizing here it's just the Broncos and the Packers left. I think the Broncos probably have an easy start though. Let's be real. I think that's why they're that high. So yeah. Anyway, Texans versus the Ravens. I'm gonna say Ravens. This is a right away. It seemed like it's gonna be a cool game to watch out for early if things go the way we're showing. And then Raiders versus Colts. This one not so much interesting. I'll give this to the Colts though.
I'll give this one to the Raiders.
And then the Patriots versus obviously.
And then I think the Chiefs should.
Chiefs should be able to win this one. We're in the UK for this one. Yeah, bro. How many international games were you playing?
You have 2.
And they're just back to back.
I think because Ireland and UK are pretty close, right?
Yeah, it's a smart idea, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. I'd say we win this one. I'd say the Jets could probably win against the Cowboys.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys because I feel like
the Cowboys are not doing really well in mine, and I want the Jets to win a game, so I'm putting them up here. And then Broncos versus Eagles. The Eagles will win this one. I think this will be the first loss for the Broncos. I think. And then Panthers versus Dolphins. Probably Dolphins. Titans versus Cardinals.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
Yeah, they got a mini bye. I feel like I'm putting the Cardinals a little high on my bracket right now.
Start,
but yeah, you're right.
They
do have an easy start. Yeah. And then Commanders versus Chargers. I'll say Chargers on this one.
I'll say Commanders in a really tight game.
Lions versus Bengals. Okay, see, I think
I got the Lions for me. I feel like they're just like they're the more well-rounded team.
Bro, the Lions are gonna be 2-3 if I pick the Bengals here. I think they do have a tough start though. I think.
Yeah, they do.
I'm gonna say I still think the Bengals will probably do this one. I really think so. And then San Fran and the Rams. I'll say Rams here.
Yeah, I'll go with the Rams as well.
And New York versus the Saints.
I'm gonna go with New York. It's a tank bowl.
This is a tank bowl, bro.
I think the Giants are the better team though. Even though the Saints are at home, I think the Giants.
Yeah, you're right, bro. You're kind of right, though, aren't you? Like there's nothing interesting about the Saints, bro. There's
like
just
at least with the Giants, they're young and they have a good defensive line and they have some receivers. So.
Okay, and then I think I could see the Seahawks maybe upsetting the Rams here.
Seahawks,
because this is especially because they on a mini bye here, so
they give the Bucks their first loss of the season.
Bro, what the fuck? It went a long time without. We finally went almost the whole time without any problems in the last game.
Oh! Almost there.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Let's take it there.
All right, let's go. Okay, Broncos versus Jets.
Just give it a sec to sit. There we go. I think the Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos. Okay, because those are off an actual bye here. They'll win against the Browns.
Yeah.
The Browns are getting pummeled.
They're 0-6 in mine.
Yeah.
The Steelers are 4-1 for me.
No, they're not that high for me. I think I like the 3-2 record that they've got so far for me.
I think
Los Angeles Chargers versus the Miami Dolphins. I'd say the
I'm going with the
Dolphins. No.
either or.
Wait, where are the Dolphins on mine?
They're
high again for me. I think I'll say the Chargers.
because the Chargers are bad for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, let's keep going. The Titans versus the Raiders.
Raiders for
Ra-
their
Ra-
third straight.
I think the Raiders could probably pull this one out. The Titans aren't great on great, yeah. So I'd say Raiders are 3-3 now.
Yeah,
And then we have the Jaguars versus the Seahawks. I'll say the Seahawks again here, honestly.
Okay, this is gonna be. This is always something I'm gonna try and incorporate every year because 2 out of every 3 NFL seasons, there's a tie in each season, and I can't think of a game that sounds more like a tie than the Jaguars versus Seahawks.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say a tie, just to shake.
I
it up,
never
make it a
predict
bit
ties.
crazy.
I never
don't
can
either,
do that.
But like, just shake it up because we're not gonna be right anyways.
Also, wasn't like last year, first year, like in like 6 seasons, we didn't have a tie?
I think yeah.
I feel like we had like quite a few ties until last year. There was nothing. It's kind of weird. Anyway, LA versus the Ravens. I'd say the Ravens are winning this one easy. Cardinals versus Colts.
I'm gonna go with the Colts. Actually, that's
Yeah, me too, I think.
And
Again, I think the Cardinals are too high on their record, so I'm like, and then you got Patriots versus Saints. I'll say the Saints get their first win here finally, because like the Patriots aren't anything super special on mine. And then you got Bengals versus the Packers. I'm gonna say Packers here.
yeah, I'll say Packers. I mean, I think with like before the Micah Parsons trade, the Packers were like a 10-7, 11-6, maybe 12-5 team. But I think with Micah Parsons, that's a game changer. That's one of the
Yeah,
best
again,
players
but
in the
also
league.
again, at the end of the day, both these teams are just so electric
Yeah.
to me as well, and they got the bye too. Okay, Lions versus the Chiefs.
with the
Holy
Lions.
fuck, bro!
I think this is going to be a really close game. But the Lions are 3-2 for me, and I feel like if they win this, that's a big.
See, I actually think the Lions could probably do it here. I think that would be kind of nice to see the Lions do it. I think they could.
Where are they at for you? 3-3?
They're 2-3, but again,
Did
they've
you
had
miss
a
the game
tough.
last week? Yeah,
No.
There might have been a game that didn't get clicked because they're at 4-2 for me. Like there's one game behind.
No, but I'm like no, but I just know now they're 3-3. Is what I'm saying.
Oh.
now.
Oh,
I hadn't clicked it yet. It was unresponsive yet again. And then we got Bills versus Falcons again. The Falcons, bro.
The Bills.
Even with the bye, I just don't see them doing nothing.
The
So
Bills
that's
are just too good.
yeah. And then Eagles versus Giants.
The Bills.
Yeah, I'll say Eagles
Eagles are just
again.
really like the better team.
Buccaneers will win this one, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
And then
I'm gonna go with
I think maybe the Panthers can eke this win too. The Cowboys aren't great. And then Bears versus Washington. The Washington is just so much more electric,
Yeah,
man.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Okay, and we got the Steelers versus the Bengals here.
think the Bengals.
Bengals will win this one. Patriots versus Titans. I'll say Titans could do it. Honestly.
I'm gonna say Patriots.
Okay.
Not upset, but
Um,
no, I'll go Titans because the Titans they're 1-5, so this will make them 2-5.
Yeah. Again, I think it's winnable. You know.
Yeah.
Especially at home. Raiders versus the Chiefs. I would have. See, last year would have been the superstition in this game, but honestly, I just don't see anything going. I don't see the Raiders doing it, so we'll go Chiefs this time. Miami versus the Browns, bro. I have to say the Browns are losing again.
I'm gonna go with Browns for them their first game. Why not?
And then we got oh my god, Indianapolis Colts versus the Los Angeles Chargers.
I'll say Chargers.
I'll say Chargers too. Yeah. And then you got the Rams versus the Jaguars. I could say maybe where's the Jaguars at for me? Where's the Rams at for me? I think this is winnable for the Jags again, and they actually
It's in
do
London.
have home court advantage. They're used to
Yeah.
playing in London, unlike all the other teams. So
You know, I'll agree with you actually. Just because it's there, and I feel like this Travis kind of a big game.
Jets can win this one.
I'll agree. Yeah, sure.
And then I'll say Broncos versus the
Giants.
Giants. It'll be probably Broncos again. Sorry, I don't know why I had a moment of panic there. I figured it out eventually. And Texans here. Yep, definitely. Ooh, good game here. Good game. Good game.
This is. I'm gonna go with the Eagles though. I think the.
I think the Eagles will probably do it too.
I think the Bears should be able to win this game.
Yeah, I'll say that too. The Bears could win this one. And then Green Bay versus Arizona. I'll say Arizona. Or sorry, I'll say Green Bay. Washington will win this one too.
I'm gonna actually go Dallas for the upset just because they're at home. Could be wrong, but.
No, I also the Cowboys. San Francisco 49ers. Where would they win against the Falcons?
Go Falcons.
I'll say 49ers win this one. Yeah, and then we have Buccaneers versus the Lions. I'd say the Lions are a little more electric here and they win.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, moving on.
The NFC North is stacked for me. Packers 6-0, Vikings 5-0.
See, the Lions are like
Lions
a little lower than I thought they'd be, but they have a tough schedule to start of the year.
I think it gets easier for them.
And then like the Bears are pretty bad, as I expected. But yeah, it's pretty split right now in the NFC North, I would say. The NFC South though is very bad though, because again, honestly, like, the Buccaneers are the only team that have any sort of like motion right
The
now.
worst
It feels
for me
like.
is the AFC South with the Texans.
Yeah, they're pretty bad too, as well. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. We have Jets versus Bengals. I'll say Bengals. Patriots will probably beat the Browns again. I think that I don't know. Am I crazy for like putting the Browns at 0-8?
No, it's fine.
I think that I don't know. I don't see much for them right now.
I think these two teams are even and the Colts are at home, so I'll go with the Colts.
Yeah, me too. I'd say so. I think they're pretty even. Okay. See, I'm weirdly excited for this game, to be honest with you, but I think we would win.
I'd say so too.
Thursday night as well. Yeah. And then the Texans would probably win this one. They're a little more electric than the 49ers. And then Bills have a mini bye, so yeah. Or an actual just straight bye, never mind, I'm crazy. Also, I just realized we got an early bye, like week 6 or something, I'm realizing now. Because we were off that one time. Okay, sorry. You can keep going ahead. My thing's been a moment ago.
Falcons versus Dolphins. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. Ravens versus Bears. I have to go with the Ravens. Broncos versus Cowboys. I'm gonna go with the Broncos. Definitely.
Yeah, me too.
Steelers versus Packers. This one, Aaron Rodgers playing Green Bay again for the first time ever since leaving. I'm going Green Bay. I think Green Bay's gonna start 7-0, which is crazy.
He was with the Jets, right? So yeah, he didn't play against a lot of the NFC. Yeah, man, that's a big game. Okay, I'm gonna say though that.
And the Packers' schedule does get harder.
Oh, bro, I don't know what to say to this one.
Because
Actually,
then they played the Lions.
no,
again.
the Steelers are not gonna be the Packers. Am I thinking? And then, this is a good one right here. Washington versus Kansas City.
I could actually see
Kansas City will win this one.
I'm gonna say Washington pulls off an upset.
I'm gonna say Kansas City. And then Giants versus the Eagles. Eagles, yeah. And we got the Buccaneers versus the Saints. I'd say Buccaneers.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think the Saints are going to be the worst team in the league this year.
I'm actually so far not hating how this is going, man. This is actually like pretty realistic.
Yeah.
It's not like, all like 12-5 or anything like looking like that yet. Anyway, we'll see how it ends up. But yeah, okay. Ravens versus the Dolphins.
Gotta be Ravens.
Ravens. And then, this is a cool one. I'm not gonna lie with you.
Go with the Broncos.
I think the Texans could do it here, though. Honestly, I think they could do it. And then Titans versus the Chargers.
I say Chargers.
I would say Chargers here. Colts versus Steelers. I'm actually gonna say Colts. I think because they're both like mid teams, honestly, and for me. And then Jaguars versus Raiders, both off buys. But
I'm gonna go Jaguars.
I'm gonna say Raiders again here. Ooh, bro. You know what? I'm gonna go to superstitions here and say Bills will win this because they're really good against them in the regular season.
In the regular season, not in the playoffs.
Again, I'm not doing that whole like pattern thing as much because that usually ends up making these look really weird. But I will do them in special cases like that because we know how the Bills are. in the regular season with the Chiefs.
Bengals, Bears. It's got to be Bengals.
Bengals, and I'll say definitely Patriots here.
I'll say.
At this point, the big tanking teams, bro, are the fucking Browns and the Falcons. Those are like the big tanking teams at this point. Both 0 wins, for me. And then Packers, I think, will win against the Panthers. Holy shit, y'all!
I'm gonna give the Lions just because they're at home. I think the Vikings could beat them at.
No, also they got a bye and they're at
Oh, yeah.
home. They got a lot of advantages. I agree with you actually. San Fran versus the Giants. I'm gonna say San Fran. Saints versus Rams. Probably definitely Rams because they're at home off a freaking bye. Washington will win this one, I think. Hold on. Actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Washington.
Yeah, Washington. And then Cardinals versus Cowboys. I'm gonna say Cardinals
I'm gonna say
here.
Cowboys for myself.
And
I don't think the Cowboys are gonna be so bad. I just think they're not.
see, I think I'm doing all right because like this the NFC West is looking like how I thought it was going to. Like it really is. So that's good. All right, week 10. Raiders versus Broncos. I'll say Broncos here.
I want to see. Did they play yet? No, they didn't. Yeah, I'll go Broncos again. The Broncos are 8-2 for me.
Ooh, yeah, they're
8-2
8-2 for me as well. I have them real high. And then we got Jags versus Texans.
I'll go Texans.
Texans. Browns versus
This is
Jets. I'm gonna say, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna say,
Oh, this is tough. This is like flip a coin.
yeah, exactly. Because Jets could fucking blow this, actually. You know, I'm gonna say they do blow it.
Yeah.
Browns are getting your
I'll
first
say Myles
win.
Garrett has like 5 sacks or something against that shitty O line.
All right, and then we got
We'll see Shedeur Sanders takes over now.
Yeah. Okay. Buffalo Bills. I'm gonna say they win against the Dolphins.
I'm actually gonna go with the Dolphins for an upset, just to keep it kind of.
I don't see it. I don't think they do.
Chargers versus.
versus the Steelers. I'll say Chargers.
Yeah, I agree.
Little more electric than the Steelers. Colts versus Falcons and Germany. Dude, there's so many international games this year. They're really pushing it this year, aren't they? They got let's see where the Colts are at, where the Falcons are at. Oh, actually, obviously gonna be the Colts. Am I thinking? Because the Falcons are still winless.
The Falcons are 6-3 for me.
Bro, we're that way completely different.
I'm really high on Bijan Robinson. I mean, it doesn't really. I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes in the season.
Whatever. I'm glad we're having big disagreements like that. It makes things interesting. Ravens versus Vikings. I'm gonna say Ravens here.
Yeah.
We just got pushed out of the playoffs with that one. Great. Okay. And then Buccaneers will probably win this one off of a full bye. You know, I'm gonna say that the Giants, the Bears fuck this one up, and the Giants
I'll
can't.
take the Bears.
Giants haven't won in a while. And then Saints versus Panthers. We'll say.
I'll say Panthers.
I'm gonna say Saints actually and even it up. It'll be both 2-8 for both those teams now. And then Seahawks versus the Cardinals. I'm gonna say it's actually like a bloodbath right now. I'm gonna say the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And now Seahawks are leading again all of a sudden in that division. That's crazy. LA versus San Fran. Ooh, there's 2 divisional games right next to each other for mine for here. That's cool. I'm gonna say San Fran though.
Yeah, it's
this
gonna be
one.
a close game though.
This one I think San Fran will lock up. And then this one's cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Lions will get this one though.
Yeah, and I think this is where we lose our first game.
Yes, because they're off a bye as
Yeah.
well.
And
Yeah.
I mean, even though we're at home on Monday night, I think I think Philadelphia is a really, really complete team. So
Hey, they are, aren't they? Yeah, they really are. All right, week 11. We got Jets versus Patriots. I'm gonna
I'll take the
say.
Jets for an upset because it's Thursday. Why not? Like, there's no.
See,
basis.
I feel like that's happened before too. They've been on prime time and they've like upset the Patriots and people were like celebrating and stuff like that when that happened. I'll say Jets too. Texans versus Titans.
Give me the Titans at home. Give me Cam Ward's. This is where Cam Ward's gonna start breaking out. Maybe, probably not.
I haven't given much upsets yet. Should I do this one though? It's like maybe a massive one because fucking Titans are bad on mine. Ooh. Yeah, I'll say it because I gotta buy. Okay, and then Bengals versus the Steelers.
I'll say Steelers. I think their defense could carry them. I not like Aaron Rodgers and the offense is going to be bad.
Yeah,
I feel like they're just going to be a really middle of the pack offense. I want to be proven wrong because I'm a Packers fan and I'll still love Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I like that too. And then Chargers versus Jags.
We'll go.
I'm gonna say Chargers again. I think here. Ooh, bro, this is a good one. This is a good game right here. But I feel like it's probably gonna be Kansas City here because they are off a bye here. And Ravens versus Browns. I don't see the Browns having any chance here.
I agree.
Okay, this one is in Spain. Ooh, okay.
Give me the Commanders.
I think Commanders
Don't
will do
overthink
it. Yeah, Commanders will do it. Where are the Dolphins at actually now? I'm curious. Yeah, I like it. I like where they are. Okay. And then Buccaneers versus Bills.
Give me Bills.
Bills. And then I'll say Raiders do this, honestly. I see the Raiders doing it. They're, once again, pretty middle of the pack. And then, Bears versus Vikings. Yeah, we'll probably win this one.
Give me Vikings.
I think we'll sweep the Bears. And then Panthers versus Falcons. I'm gonna say this will be when Falcons snap their winless streak.
I'll
here.
actually go with the Panthers.
Because the Panthers aren't amazing either. Green Bay should win this. I don't see how they wouldn't. And then we got Seahawks versus Rams. I'll say Rams.
Give me the Cardinals.
I'll say Cards as well here. And then good game here. But I'm gonna say
Detroit for the end. I don't know if it's an upset, but it's like that's like a superpowers team. It's like DC.
That one's gonna be a good one, man. It's gonna be so amazing, actually. I gotta say Eagles again, though, bro. I'm sorry, I really do.
That's fair. That is fair.
All right, look at this.
Texans, Bills, very good game.
Yeah, I think maybe Texans could do it at home here.
I'm gonna give it to the Texans with an upset, because why not?
No, I actually think there's real reason to say they could do it there. And then Chiefs definitely, Bengals definitely, Ravens definitely.
Raiders. Yeah, I'll give it to Raiders.
Let's see how the Browns are doing. See how the Raiders are doing. Yeah, Raiders probably. They're just mid. But that's better than how the Browns are doing. So.
Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. So
yeah, you got a point. Yeah, he owns Chicago. So yeah, you're right about that one. And then I'll say Seahawks win here because they're really fighting for their spot up here, as you can see right now. And then over here, I'll say Cards. I think again. Bro, holy shit. Oh, it's always awkward when we get to this one, isn't it? I kind of where we haven't had this yet. I think they're both really late in the season this year, like the Packers versus Vikings ones.
Just give me the Packers because they're at home. I think these teams are division rivals to a point where whenever they're at home, I think they're gonna win each respective game. I'm giving the Packers in this one, but in the next one, I think.
Also, just realized that I haven't played this yet, but Packers only played one divisional game so far, by the way. Okay. So yeah, I haven't played. Yeah. Okay. I'll say Packers as well here. I think.
Yeah. They'll win the next one.
And then Lions will win this one.
Yeah.
I think Saints will win this one. They aren't great, but they're better than the Falcons, I think, by a little bit. I'll say Eagles here again, I think.
Yeah.
I put in the Eagles high,
I'm
but
gonna give the Cowboys an upset. We'll just say there's an injury or something.
I think the Eagles are just that good though this year.
Give me the Rams. The Rams are hot for me. They won like 3-4 straight.
Yeah, I see that one. I see that too. Actually, I see that
because they had Matthew Stafford and Devontae Adams, some old players. But I feel like in the mid-season, after they get that slow start, I feel like they could pick it up. And they're fighting for playoff positioning too in yours.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then San Fran in the last game, I would say.
I agree. Give me San Fran.
Okay, week 13 already. Okay, so we got Ravens versus Bengals.
Give me the Ravens at home.
Ravens at home, and then there's this is a tank bowl right here.
Titans versus.
I'll say Jags though.
Yeah,
I guess to even things up, because why not? And then Texans. Texans versus Colts. I'm actually gonna say Colts for this one because they're at home. It's a divisional game. And I don't know, those two teams seem to be have very close games always, particularly those two teams I've noticed. So we'll keep it to them. And then definitely Chargers here with their bye.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Upset. Why not?
And then we'll say Bills again here.
I agree.
Where are the Steelers are like, yeah, they're about where I thought they'd be. And then Chiefs, yep. And then I'd say Dolphins here. I actually am going to say Falcons here and mix things up a little bit, though, because the Jets aren't great either. And then we'll go...
49ers.
Yeah, 49ers, yeah. Broncos versus Washington Commanders.
Why not?
Let's see here. I'm just going to look really closely at this one, right? Yeah, I'll say Washington too. And with that, Chiefs have regained the lead in AFC West again.
8-4.
Which again makes sense. I think. I think that's how it's going to go with the way the schedules work out. You know, the Chiefs have a real bad in the beginning, and then they come back.
They have a really good second half.
And then we got the Patriots. Give me Patriots, yeah, and then
give me
Lions will win this one. I think because Ford Field. And I feel like a lot more fans have been showing up to those games since they've past couple of years as well. So there's a bit more home court advantage than there used to be for the Lions. And then Eagles here, because what are Bears going to do?
Yeah,
let's be real. The Buccaneers here will probably do it. Because, yeah, I can see that happening. I can see that.
Panthers.
Interesting one,
Rams.
actually.
Give me the Rams.
Yeah, Rams. And then we play the Seahawks.
I'll give you the win. I think you're the better team. I mean, it depends how JJ McCarthy does. And if
I'll give us the game
healthy,
too.
But I'll give you that one.
Jets versus Dolphins.
Give me the Jets for an upset. Honestly, divisional game at home. I know I said I didn't really want to do that, but
no, Dolphins will win this. There's too much to play for the Dolphins at this point, I think.
They're better than mine.
And then there's
Ravens, I'd say.
But Ravens, yep. There's Colts versus Jags. I think the Colts will win this one because they're also playing to just barely stay alive, as you'll see here, 8th seed. And then we got the Browns versus the Titans.
Give me the Browns.
I'm gonna give the Browns here. Give them the second win. And then Raiders versus Broncos.
Give me the Raiders for an upset. The Raiders are 7-6 in mine. They're clawing back.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Or no. Wait a minute, actually, because they want to win the division. Don't you think? I'm gonna keep it.
Your choice.
I'm struggling here. Holy. I'll give it to the Raiders. Bills for this one, definitely. And then we got, I think the Chiefs are going to win this one. And then we got Eagles versus the Chargers, only AFC versus NFC game this week. I'm going to say, I'll say Eagles. Okay, Lions definitely, Bears definitely. Ooh, this one's interesting. I think Vikings could do it.
I'm going to say the Commanders. For upset on the road. Could go either way, though.
Yeah, I could see it. Okay, and Seahawks are going to win this one. Because, come on now. Buccaneers will win this one. And then we got the Rams. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Because they especially are thinking, like, okay, we gotta get ahead here.
Playoff push.
It's just been, like, trading back and forth in the AFC West. Or NFC West this whole time.
These divisions are tight, some of them.
No, it's particularly for me, it's the NFC West that's really, like, heating up. Okay, and then Chiefs should win this one. Because again, the Chargers, I used to have feelings about like, they always pull off an upset at some point, but they didn't really do that the past 2 years. So I'm not gonna say it for them this time. Bengals will.
Give me Bengals actually.
Yeah, I can see it because they're at home. Then I think they're really gonna be. They know that's a big one. I would say.
Yeah.
And then Patriots versus Bills. Bills. I don't see the Patriots having much reason at this point. They're like 11th seed.
Give me the Jets. We'll say the Jaguars realize they're probably not coming to the playoffs and they're just in the tank. So that's what I'm going to do.
I don't even know what to say. It's such a pointless game at this point, isn't it? I'll say, bro, who even cares about this game? I'll say Jags, I guess.
Give me Steelers just because they're at home. We'll go for that.
No, Dolphins will win for me. Texans will win this one. Bears will win this one, so there's another win for you guys. That is a true.
You have the Steelers having their first losing season in 20 years.
I don't know. I don't see much like going on from them. I don't know. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is gonna like help that either. To be honest.
Give me the Texans. Give me the Bears.
Eagles here again.
Yep.
They're doing really well, as y'all can see. But again, I can see that happening. I really
Give me
can.
the Titans for an upset. Honestly.
No. I'll say, I don't know. Let's
Give me
see.
the Seahawks.
Seahawks, and then
I'm gonna
I
go
think the
Broncos.
Broncos could do this one. Or no, wait. Let's think about this real hard for a minute, actually.
I'm going Packers. You can go either way though. I feel like the Broncos. That's a scary game going to Denver.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Broncos, bro.
That's
I
fair.
think I could see it. I
I
can
can
see
see
it.
that too.
And then we got Buccaneers versus Falcons. Buccaneers should win that one.
Giants.
I think Giants could probably.
Is there
This feels
enough
like an upset game, definitely. However, this one is not. Definitely
I'm going with
Lions.
the Rams.
Saints versus Panthers. I'll say Panthers even up the score because I got a bias, especially so 3-11 for both of them on my bracket here. We win against the Cowboys.
I agree.
Cowboys are dead last in the NFC. I got them going real bad this time. But again, I just don't think there's much there for the Cowboys this year, much of juice. And we got Chiefs versus the Titans. And then Chiefs definitely, and then Ravens, Bills again, because the Browns are so Broncos,
Texans.
yeah, and then the Dolphins should win this one, I think, because because they're behind the Bengals in the wild card race now at this point, right? So they're gonna I think they're gonna push, get ahead there, and then Chargers versus Cowboys. Yeah, if like Chargers will win this one, I would say, because they're just fighting. And I'll give the Saints. What are the Saints on for this one?
I think the Saints are gonna be the worst team.
The Saints will win this one. I think they'll beat the Jets here.
Give me the
And then Lions.
49ers.
I'll say Colts. Actually, I'm gonna say Colts.
Colts. Go up.
And then I don't know if it's much of an
Seattle for
upset though,
upset.
because they're like actually equal with the Rams on mine for the most part. The Rams versus Seahawks. I'm gonna say the Rams here actually.
Give me my Packers to beat Chicago. I know it's set there, but like, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Packers as well.
Give me Washington at home. Over Philadelphia.
Washington. Yeah, this one I think. Yeah. I like that. I like that idea a lot. And then we'll beat the Giants. I think.
Yeah.
I hope so. And then Buccaneers versus Panthers. Yeah, Buccaneers. The Panthers at this point are just dead in the water anyway. And then
Give me Falcons. Yeah, I'll take Falcons.
No, actually, for me, no. You got a different story. I'm gonna say Cardinals there. Okay, let's keep going. And then we got the Chiefs and the Broncos. What a great! This is an interesting one. I think I will say the Chiefs though, because they're really consistent, bro. They're really consistent in those important games. And then Texans, I think, will do the Chargers here, which I think that'll be pretty much the final blow for Chargers at that point.
Yeah, I'll take
that. For sure. And then we got the Colts, who they got an easy opponent. Let's be real here. And then you got Jets versus Patriots. There's really not much going on here. I think the Jets are going to purposely tank, honestly. So I'll let the Jets or the Patriots have that win.
I'm gonna go Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers as well, because Browns are also trying to lose now. And then we got the Giants versus the Raiders. Where are the Raiders again for me? I think they're just mid.
The Raiders are mid for me. I'll give the Raiders the win.
Yeah, and we got Packers.
Give me the Ravens, even though I don't want to say.
Dude, I gotta think about this hard.
I went.
I'm gonna say Ravens too. They're
That
really
means that
stacked.
the Ravens have won the NFC already. Actually, not necessarily.
No, the Bills for me are like on their ass right now.
Give me the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the.
And then
Titans.
I'll say.
Titans.
I'll say Titans. I'll say
Give me the
Titans.
Dolphins in an upset. For the upset for me. And then give me the Bills. It's a tough game.
No, but I think I honestly, Dolphins have a bit more to play for than the Bucks at this point. I think so. We'll give it to the Dolphins. Buffalo, I think, could win this one legitimately because they're trying to get the first seed. So I'll knock the Eagles down a little bit. They're 13-3 now. And then Commanders versus Cowboys. Yeah, Commanders will win. And then Vikings
Maybe
versus
Vikings
Lions,
at
bro.
home. Thursday?
Yeah, you're right.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I know.
It's not Thanksgiving, but Christmas Day.
Christmas. It's Christmas, yeah.
Then yeah, give me the Vikings. Happy birthday. Sorry, Merry Christmas, Robinson. There you go. You get a win on Christmas.
Okay, we get them all. Oh wait, I'm actually don't know, bro. This is a real. I'm gonna come back to this. Okay, let's go do these other easier ones, which is Seahawks will win this one, San Fran will win this one, and LA will win this one. Those are easy ones. Let's come back now. We can go back to Vikings versus
I'll
Lions.
just fill up mine. You do.
Do I say the answer I want? Or do I not do that? What do I do, guys? I think the Lions are going to punch a dagger through our heart. I think that's what's going to happen. We're still 6 seeded, though. We're not doing awful. All right. Yeah, there's no AFC versus NFC on this one. Let's go.
17.
Yeah, Bears have got nothing to play for, so easy win for the Chiefs there. Easy win for the... Wait, hold on, let me just see something. No, yeah. Broncos have all the shit to play for in the world there, too. They'll win. The Texans will win this one, I think.
The only
Well,
reason
I
that
don't
I'm
know.
going to say Colts, and I think you should too, is because they're locked in at that. Actually, no, never mind. That's different for you because they're shit in mine. I'm going to say they lose just because they're locked into the 4th seed no matter what. So I say they rest their starters, and I say that's what happens with the Steelers game as well because the Ravens are locked into the 1
Yeah,
seed.
no way the
So,
fucking Colts would
They rest their
blow up.
starters.
I don't see the Colts foiling the Texans here. I'm going to say Colts get knocked out there.
Bengals.
Bengals versus Browns. Yeah, Bengals. I don't know why. Sometimes I have a moment where I'm just like have to think about it, and I'm just like, no, of course that's like an easy decision. All right, Bills are first seeded right now. We'll see how the Ravens do against the Steelers, which they'll probably win that game too. Let's be real. Dolphins will win against the Patriots. Ravens will win, so that puts them back at first. And then we have Jaguars versus Titans. This is a real tank bowl. I'm going to say Titans eke out the win because, yeah. And then NFC, we got the Rams winning,
Rams.
I think, because Cardinals are... Bro, what the fuck? It's so weird, actually. No, Cardinals have nothing to play for. I'll give it to the Rams. But I think the 49ers will still... let's just see. Let's see what would happen.
I'm going 49ers.
Yeah, I'll give the 49ers. And then we've got a mini bye, so I don't know.
I'm going with the Packers. I'll be biased.
I don't know.
Because that for them, they're the NFC.
Well, actually, no. You know what?
They
You know
won
what?
the NFC for me.
We're not actually gonna.
You pick who you want. I don't really care because the Packers are in anyways.
Yeah, no, they will be for me too. I'm gonna say we win because we really got to stay in the playoffs.
Give me the Lions.
And then the Lions would probably end up taking the division title, but we would both be in. Now again, it probably won't end up being this clean and nice in the real world. Maybe I'm wrong about it being like that clean and nice, but I don't know. I like to think that would be that's like the easy option. So I'm just gonna say that. And then Saints would win because I think the Falcons will probably be tanking at this point. Although they're still not last. The Cowboys are freaking behind them still. Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what I'll do? Just so that they're not horrendously low, is I'll give the Cowboys a win against the Giants here because both teams are bad.
Give me the Eagles.
And then-
at home in weeks 8.
But like no, but
I think they get it done at home because that's just me. Like
I'm gonna say Commanders win because the Eagles have nothing to play for, and also
Yeah.
the 49ers are they're fighting for. Honestly, I'd rather just see them. I kind of just want to rather see the Commanders keep going on to the 49ers
Yeah.
anyways. So I'm gonna put them in. And then Buccaneers will
Yeah.
not have any problem against Panthers. All right, playoff time.
playoffs. So what's your playoff matchup?
Okay, yes, this is where it changes a bit,
This is
like
where it
always.
changes a lot.
So for me, you got the first seed
Yep.
is. Should I go through the seeds or should I just go through the matchups?
Just go through the seeds in AFC. We'll say each of like number 1 seed and 2 seed.
Okay. So number 1 seed in the AFC is Ravens.
Yeah, 14 and 3.
Bills in second seed.
Yeah, 13 and 4.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, both the teams are 15
You
and
can
2.
go click conference,
Oh.
and then
Yeah,
they'll
right.
go with that.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so Ravens and Bills are both 15 and 2, 1 and 2 respectively. Even the conference records are the same. I think their divisional records are different. Maybe that's what.
Probably.
No, but Bills are better.
Well,
I don't
no,
fucking
they
know.
have the division win. Remember in week 1, the Ravens beat the Titans.
Oh yes. Okay, and then Chiefs are 14 and 3,
They're
third seed.
They're 12 and 5 for me, but they're still the third seed.
Okay, and then Texans are 12 and 5
They're
at
10 and
fourth,
7 because they rested their starters.
but they're
last
fourth
game.
seeded.
Yep.
Okay, and Dolphins are fifth seeded at 12 and 5 for me.
The Broncos are 5th seeded at 11 and 6.
And we got Broncos at 6th seed with 11 and 6.
Bengals at 6th seed for me, 11 and 6.
And Bengals 7th seed, 11 and 6.
I'm gonna say the Steelers defense carries them to 10 and 7, and they sneak into the playoffs.
So what I'm realizing is like the guard to entry in the wild card is about the same both conferences, but the ceiling for the highest seeded teams is lower on the NFC side, which is probably true. I don't know. Maybe the Eagles could have been a little higher, but I think I don't know. I don't hate this. Let's keep going. Let's go to the NFC now. So
Yeah.
Eagles are first seed for me, 13 and 4.
Micah Parsons and the Green Bay Packers, 14 and 3. I'm
Okay.
totally home buying. I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers only win 11 or 12 games, but we're gonna be biased because I'm not fun with it.
Yeah, and then Lions are 13 and 4 for me, second seed.
Eagles are 12 and 5, second seed.
Rams are third seeded at 11 and 6.
Buccaneers are third seeded at 11.
And then Buccaneers are fourth seed for me at 11 and 6.
Rams are fourth, 10-7.
Okay, so those slipped. And then Packers are fifth seed at 12 and 5.
Lions are 5th seed at 13 and 4.
Ooh, okay. I like the you put in the NFC North high. I like that. And then I guess I put it high on mine too. And then Vikings 11 and 6.
Commanders are 11 and 6, the 6th seed, and the Vikings are the 7th. And I'm assuming the Commanders are the 7th.
Yeah, they're seventh for me as well. Yeah, and then they're also 11 and 6. What are they for you?
They're 11 and 6. They're the 6th seed though. The Vikings slip to the 7th.
What are the Commanders' record?
11 and 6 as
Okay.
well.
Okay. Great. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then what's your worst team in each conference?
I like for it is the Browns at 3 and 14,
Mm-hmm.
and the Saints at 1 and 16.
Yeah. So for me, it's the Browns 2 and 15, in the AFC, and then Falcons 2 and 15 in the NFC.
As well as
Saints are 5 and 12 in the NFC.
Cowboys
for me.
are 6 and 11 for me.
Yeah, meanwhile, for me, it's fucking 2 and 15. I don't see Dak Prescott being anything interesting. I'm probably being ridiculously mean to fucking the Cowboys right
It's
now,
okay,
but I just have
we're
nothing.
not ESPN analysts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I'm just okay. Now, so well, you want to go through our matchups now? So it should be like close seeded to like high, to most farther apart, right? For you, okay.
So we'll go 4 versus 5.
And yeah, so it'll be, and then we're gonna go AFC. So Dolphins versus Texans.
Texans are good in the playoffs, but they're playing the Broncos. Like this is actually a tough matchup.
Bro, see, this is when the video goes from half an hour to 1 hour long.
We can't take too long.
We can't. I don't want to take forever on these, bro. It's just like, ugh.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
I'm going Texans because they're a little younger. Okay, maybe that's a little, because I just think that
No, that's fair.
I have a bad feeling with the Dolphins. I don't know. I'm gonna say Texans. Broncos versus Kansas City. It has to be Kansas City. Let's be real
Kansas
here.
City versus Cincinnati. If there's any team in the play, because the Chiefs have made to the conference championship at least every single year since like 2018. It's crazy. If there's any team that could defeat them, it's the Bengals, who defeated them once before in the conference championship. That being said, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs still. I just think Mahomes is too good in the playoffs. He's too clutch. But this could go either. It's gonna be a great game if this happened. And then
Ooh, what do we say about the Bills versus Bengals? See, this is
I
a
have
rematch
Bills
of an
Steelers.
earlier game.
Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs.
Bro, how did you get Steelers in there? The Steelers were 12th on mine.
There's 10-7 on mine.
Whoa, okay.
I think the
okay.
defense. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bills. I just think Josh Allen's way too good.
I'm just gonna do a little check real quick. I want to just check the teams for the teams of the Dolphins and the Texans real quick, all right? If you can just be patient with me for a minute, because I'm actually like stuck on that, like fully stuck on the one. I'm just like, you know.
Texans are out. There you go.
So the Texans have got. Oops, I meant to go to depth chart. Yeah, they got all these young people that are really good. And like a lot going on, and then you got the Dolphins. Who did they got again?
They're just for me. The reason I didn't hide them going 7-10 is because of their defense. Like, look at their cornerbacks. Like, they have Rasul Douglas, who's like 32, and that's about it. Like, they have Minka Fitzpatrick again, but I don't know. They're not going to be like a shitter, but they're going to be pretty shit.
Yeah, maybe they were a little high on mine.
But they could still make the playoffs probably. Like, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I honestly no, it's me Texans. I think it's gonna be Texans, and then again, this feels like too boring to say 4-3-2, but it's like the Broncos are not gonna beat the Chiefs, and the Bengals are not like they could have been. They would have been. They've been the Chiefs and the Bills before. I don't think they'll do it this year. That feels disappointing to say though, because now it feels like I'm just like I'm saying that the team's on a downward trend, like they're fucked, you know, and that's too bad.
All right,
because I don't want to say that, but I think I have to go with this. I think this is fine.
All right, NFC. Fifth-seeded Lions versus fourth-seeded Rams for me.
Fifth-seeded Lions versus fourth-seeded Rams.
I think the Lions,
okay,
as long as they're healthy, even though I believe that Devontae Adams, Puka Cool, Matthew Stafford, Jared Verse it could be a very, very good team. I'm still just gonna go with the Lions.
I have very little fucking faith in the NFC North anymore, but I also have less faith in the frickin' like these two teams are not as good as the Packers and Vikings, I think. Although again, this is like really just like it could be anybody here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna say Packers though because I think y'all are a little more electric when it matters. Even if I don't know though, but I'm gonna say Packers. I'm gonna say Packers. Vikings versus Rams here. Okay.
Buccaneers versus Commanders rematch, exact playoff seeding, same. I'm gonna say the Commanders again. I think Jaden Daniels is gonna be one. Like he could be like a Mahomes in terms of being clutch and winning big games when it matters and having the ice in his veins. So that's why I'm gonna go with him. Even though I feel like Baker Mayfield could honestly be an MVP candidate because they have such good receivers. This would be a revenge game for you guys if you won. Because remember last year?
Yeah, I know. Again, I don't think I really do believe that we're better than the Rams.
Go for it.
It feels weird. I don't know. This feels like so fucking. Maybe I'm just like this probably is right. But it just feels weird to me because I also kind of want to say the Lions here, which would mean that I'm picking all the NFC North teams to fucking be in the last couple rounds of the playoffs, which is kind of crazy.
Same with me, actually.
But it's like because again we had a similar thing last year, and the reason I picked these teams is because I saw what happened last year, and I don't think that I think that's repeatable. I think that's not done yet. I think the Packers are far from done. I think the Lions are far from done, and I think we're far from done too. Although, again, I didn't put us as high as we were last year, obviously, because Jason McCarthy probably won't be as electric right away as Sam Darnold was, because that was
also,
kind of a fluke.
Even though you guys had a really good season, you have to admit that 14-3 was a bit of a fluke. You guys were a good team. I don't know if you were 14 I'd say you were 12-5, 11 I don't know about 14-3.
Like, yeah, again, 11-6 is more realistic. I think
that's like what you guys played like. Like you guys played good.
But again, like the Rams, I don't see doing much. I just feel like all the teams here, apart from the Washington, I think it's just a little too young. I think all these teams are kind of not like the same level of upside as these NFC North teams. I just don't see it, which is why I think I'm going to go pick all of them.
Okay, so for me, Eagles versus Vikings.
This would be a dream come true if this happened in real life, by the way.
For me, the 2 versus 7, I'm going to preface this. I think that the Vikings with J.J. McCarthy, if he is good and if they keep some of the core pieces they have, I do think the Vikings could win a Super Bowl in the next few years. I just don't think it's in J.J. McCarthy's first year starting. I'm going to say the Eagles win just because they're the better team. This isn't to say that in the next 3 years the Vikings could definitely could make deep playoffs.
See, I got that matchup coming back later, and I'm inclined to agree with you. But thankfully, the Eagles do not play the Vikings right away in my bracket, so they get to go into the division round. Anyway, you on the division round now?
Yep.
Okay. AFC.
Bills Chiefs.
I have Bills.
Yep,
I have Bills Chiefs.
This is
fuck me. I think I'm gonna. I feel like I just gotta say Chiefs at this point, right? Literally, every time I say it's Bills, it's never fucking the Bills. I'm just gonna have to.
I'm going with the Bills. I don't want to be a believer, but I feel like Josh Allen has to do it one of these years.
I'm sorry, Dreamer. I'm very sorry.
This is ridiculous. But
Yeah, he asked me to say that when I fucking eliminated the Bills, but I'm just like every single time I'm like, okay, the Bills are gonna do it. The Bills are gonna do it. And every single year it has not been the Bills. I think at this point I just have to say the Chiefs. I think I have to just be realistic now.
I'll say the Bills. I'm gonna be unrealistic. I mean, even though it is unrealistic, whatever.
Again, I would like that, but I just don't see it anymore. I'm kind of like red pilled, I guess, for like a
Now,
better word
here's
on
the
it.
thing. If the Bills would have sprung from Micah Parsons instead of the Packers, I think the Bills would have been the consensus Super Bowl team. But
Yeah, but that
they
didn't
did
happen
not
now,
see
did it? Okay. All right, now we got the Ravens versus Texans for me. What do you got?
Ravens versus Broncos. I think the Ravens. I think the Ravens are one of the best teams in the
Oh
league.
yeah, so it's just like we got two young. You got basically the same matchup here. We got two young teams against like a pretty stacked team that just has to like make it over that hurdle. You know what I mean?
I'm going.
So I'm gonna say Ravens though. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was simpler than the fucking wildcard round so far.
Yeah.
Okay.
You won't hurt me with your choice. If you want to go
Yeah.
Lions, go Lions. Like they
I have more hope for the Lions than I do for the Packers. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I think it's because there's been less constant Bills chokes.
Yeah.
There's been more constant chokes in the Bills than I've seen from the Lions so far. I really do not imagine the Lions getting to like a trap like they did fucking last drive. Like that was really
and that was because they
crazy.
were injured to shit.
Yeah, exactly, injured. Yeah, so no, I see the Lions winning this one.
This is Eagles versus Lions for me. This one is tough. This is going to be a great game. Eagles Lions in the divisional round.
Mm-hmm.
This is back and forth. I'm going to say though. Oh, this is really, really tough. I'm going to say the Lions use that loss and all the losses as fuel, and I think that they're going to make it to the NFC Championship again.
Lions?
Yeah,
Okay,
over
cool.
the Eagles.
Okay, this is really easy. I'm gonna have to be honest with you because fucking JJ McCarthy is not taking
And
these
then
guys to a
we have
championship.
Packers
So
versus
I have.
Commanders.
So I should have said mine. Sorry, Vikings versus Eagles. I think it's pretty obvious. Eagles have a little more star power right now. Again, maybe the boring outcome, but again, the boring outcome kind of happened before as well, and it was realistically kind of what was going to happen. We can, although again, I'll obviously wish for better. Be nice if the Vikings would win, but I feel like it's going to be the Eagles again here. So yeah.
Packers versus Commanders. We're gonna ride with the Packers. I'm gonna ride with them.
Oh, okay.
Versus
Yeah, you got a much easier one.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one to see in the division round. Actually, seeing
I
Washington
just
there.
think that the Commanders' defense, like even though the Packers' secondary isn't great, I just feel like as long as Jordan Love and Matthew Golden and the team can take that step forward as they're progressing year by year, like I hope they will and like I think they will, I'm praying they will, I think that they can make it to the NFC Championship, definitely.
Okay. All right. You have the conference championship now.
Yep.
Okay, so my AFC championship is Chiefs versus Ravens.
Mine is Bills versus Ravens.
I'm surprisingly kind of leaning towards. I think I'm kind of immediately leaning towards Ravens here. And I've been so disappointed by the Bills, right? Like I keep saying, but like the Ravens also, I feel like they've had too many chances. They've had just too many years where they haven't quite done, and I feel like they still have. I feel like they still have a disappointment after where I think that they can't do it. I think they could push it forward.
This is an
this year.
interesting matchup for you because I know you and I know that if this was Bills versus Ravens, you'd probably take the Bills.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what mine is. So I'm going with the Bills, but.
It's just because the dynamic's different.
I feel like as soon as if the Bills can get over that Chiefs hump that keep losing in the playoffs to them, as soon as they get over that, I think that they're golden and they can go.
See, that's what I
to the
said
Super Bowl.
too before. That's what I was saying last year, and I actually agree with you wholeheartedly. The problem is
It's just
the
a big
Chiefs
one.
hump is fucking like the height of the Empire State Building, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the problem, right? It's just like that hump. So yeah, I think you kind of read me there. Actually, that's not read me, but you read my mind.
Yeah.
Like you kind of, I agree wholeheartedly with that opinion. But I think with mine, I have to say Ravens because again, I know some people have said that there's like that they're also constantly kind of like unable to finish in the playoffs. But I don't want to. I really do think that they still could do it, unlike
Yeah.
the Bills. At this point.
And you go first for your NFC Championship.
Oof, Lions versus Eagles, bro. Lions, because the Lions undeniably have more to play for, which makes you just want to pick them off the bat. But I really should like give it a bit more thought than that. I would say, because also no one wants the Chiefs versus Eagles again. No one wants the Chiefs or Eagles in it again.
The only thing that's suspect about the Lions is their offensive line. They have what's his name? Penei Sewell, who's one of the best players in the NFL as an offensive lineman.
Yeah,
But it's
so
the
yeah,
same-
so you just said that it's a suspect offensive line, and
No,
yet they got like.
but besides that, like they lost a few players. Their center retired, and they kind of have nobodies. Like, I'll show you what I mean.
I'm gonna look.
Yeah, you go take a check, because that's how I'm gonna look at mine too.
Depth chart. We love the offense. They got Aiden Hutchinson, bro.
That's on defense. I mean,
Okay, offensive line. Okay.
They have Taker Decker, but like their interior offensive line, like it looks.
I don't really know. I will admit, I don't know who Graham Glasgow is at all. But it's like I feel like this guy. I feel like I've heard this name before, and he was pretty good. Tate
I think
Ratledge.
he's a rookie, or no? I think he was like a second-year player. I don't know.
I feel like I heard his name though. He was decent. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be like. It's gonna fuck. I don't think that's gonna have to fuck them over. Again, injuries was what killed them last year, and we're kind of doing. I really don't like to incorporate injuries into this.
I don't like to incorporate injuries, but I'm just gonna be honest. Like, if a position group is gonna get beat up the most, it's gonna be the offensive or defensive line. So that's why I think it's a bit suspect. I'm not saying that makes them like automatically a shitty team. I think they're still great, but like Aiden Hutchinson's scary. Like I was like. I think the Lions could have won the Super Bowl if they didn't have their defensive line get torn to shreds. Like, even if they got torn to shreds and they still had Aiden Hutchinson, because that dude's like 6'7", like 270. No, I want to say.
See, a big reason I also want to pick the Lions is because I have you can hear I've given up to the Bills, right?
Yeah.
I want to have another team to like be like, oh, okay, I really want to see this team make it. And I think they could.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just another reason why I think I'm going to end up picking the Lions here. Again, this is more a hopeful pick. But again, I than anything I realize, but it's like also like we just gotta really think about it too. Like how much are the Lions realistically playing for? Like so much. It's like kind of astronomical.
Yeah.
Like because also don't forget they haven't even made they still haven't even been to a Super Bowl ever, right? They almost were 2 years ago, but never.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm gonna pick the Lions here. I would say.
All right, and then I have Packers versus Lions. Okay,
Ooh,
this
that's
is really
insane, Ryan. Imagine if that's actually what happens.
Game.
Imagine, dude.
Like, for me, like this is like you're right. Like the Lions, like they hate the Packers. They've pretty much they've had the upper hand against the Packers the last 3 years, basically.
Most of pretty much all the division
except for
the
the one game. Like, it's tough. Everyone hates the Packers because they're always a perennially good team, and I think this game is going to be a game that comes down to like a field goal. Like this is what I'd be thinking. I don't think a game like I could see the Bills versus Ravens for me. I could see the Bills winning that one like 35-24. Honestly, like I think Josh Allen, but I think like this is gonna be a crazy game. But I think like honestly, if this game were to happen. I'm gonna be. I'll be biased, and I'll say that I just feel like it'd be one of those games where, like, even though it'd be like a Chiefs Bills, where like you watch and you're like, I think this is the year they can do it, but you're like, what were we thinking? Of course, the Packers in the NFC Championship were gonna beat the Lions. I just feel like it's that sort of game, and I feel like. This is me being really biased, obviously. Like, this is a completely biased prediction.
See, I'm not that. Again, like I'm like that with the Bills. I'm not like that with the Lions. I think that's the difference between me and you.
I'm being hopeful. Just be like you have to understand. Like Mike, I think Mike. Like if this defense can truly mesh together and the offense can be even top 10, like I think we have enough. Like because we have Xavier McKinney. That's a top 3 safety. We have Micah Parsons. We have Edgerrin Cooper, he was a rookie, but I feel like he could make a big jump. Like I feel like we have playmakers on defense and on offense. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Packers and be biased.
Okay, so you know what we do for the Super Bowl, right? You remember we both click our answer. We think about our answer for a minute. We click at the same time, and then we look at it, and then we explain it. Okay, guys. So we're gonna go to Super Bowl, which for me is Lions versus Ravens. And what's yours?
Packers Bills.
Okay, so just let's think about like 20 seconds maybe, or maybe a minute or something.
Yeah,
let's just think about it quietly for a minute, and then we'll click it. And then we're going to be like, we'll explain it because that makes it more interesting, you know?
Yeah.
What a great Super Bowl this would be.
These will both be great Super Bowls.
It'd be fucking amazing. You know, I think I knew who would win this one. I really do.
Yeah, I'll give.
Okay. So you ready?
Uh huh.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Click.
Yeah.
All right, let's look.
There's no shocker here. The only
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna preface this. I'm picking the Packers to win because I'm biased. This is honestly the most 50-50 game, even more than the Packers-Lions. The Bills could 10,000% win the Super Bowl. Now, the only reason I'm going with the Packers is, number one, is because I'm biased as fuck, and I'm pretty sure I picked the Packers to win the Super Bowl every year, except maybe for the year when Jordan Love was first starting. I think I picked them last year.
We have to look at that again. Actually, I don't remember. Sorry, I'm sorry.
But I just think, like, this team, like, I think the Packers have, like, they have Josh Jacobs. They have Xavier McKinney, Micah Parsons. They have, if Matthew Golden can, if he can show up as our true wide receiver one, Tucker Kraft, underrated tight end, and if Jordan Love can be even a top 10 quarterback, and our offensive line is pretty good. Like, the rush, it's okay, but we have a top 10 blocking line for pass. Jordan Love doesn't get sacked much. And I feel like the thing with the Bills I feel like the Packers have more good players. I think the Bills have, like, Josh Allen is probably the best player in the league, or he's top 3.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm going to go Packers because I'm biased. But I think, honestly, like, you could really go either way with this one. I just am picking the Packers because I couldn't imagine the heartbreak of them making the Super Bowl and them losing.
Yeah, good point.
But, like, I'm gonna be
one thing I will say, actually, is that NFC Championship was always the Packers' problem.
Yeah.
The one time they made it past mid Super Bowl, it was easy, right? We remember that.
Yeah.
So, like,
and they're 4-1 in Super Bowls, and the Bills are what?
Yeah.
They lost 4 in a row. They're 0-4.
Yeah. So no, that's a good point. Okay, now for me, the great thing, this was actually not too difficult because, like, realistically, once I looked at it, because I'm just like, both these teams are in a similar spot. Like, the Lions are, maybe their situation is more recent, but, like, if we go back to, like, when I first started really watching football, like 2018-19, the Ravens were like the Lions, right? They were like the big, just like, they had Lamar Jackson, all these new people, and just like shot to the top and then peered out really disappointingly, right? And so since then they've like been trying to avenge that for so long.
Yeah.
The Lions are like that, but newer and more like fresh, I think. And so that's the thing. I think what ultimately chose this for me was the Ravens have been won this a little bit longer. They have a bit more discipline than the Lions do.
Sure.
And that's literally it. I think that's pretty much what my reasoning was. Because I'm like, it actually made it quite easy. Because I'm like, okay, these two teams are the same predicament. But like and I didn't really ask who wanted it more. Because that's like a bit stupid with the Super Bowl. But like more like, who would like realistically be like better in a situation like this? Even neither of these teams have ever been in a situation like this, obviously. Like, or these cores, I guess.
Yeah.
The franchise has maybe, but like not this core. So, but realistically, who's been around longer? Who's been through a couple more of those tough games? The Ravens have.
Yeah.
That's kind of what chose it for me. So.
And.
It doesn't even show it anymore. Oh, there it is. Let's go, baby. I was trying to find it.
I'm gonna ask, you. I think we should also do who. So, I'll say this after, but I think there's a few questions that comes because I think your matchup in the Super Bowl actually poses a lot more interesting questions. One of them being, if Lamar Jackson wins the Super Bowl, he has 2 MVPs and a Super Bowl. Is he a top 10 quarterback of all time already? Like, he might be. Like, I think Lamar Jackson will still win one more.
No,
MVP.
but it's like. But it's no. Well, hold on. Like,
do you think he's a top 10 quarterback?
I don't know about that because like, I feel like you gotta win a couple more Super Bowls to be top 10 at this point. Like, Eli Manning has won 2 Super Bowls and he's not.
The 2 MVPs you gotta think about.
Yeah, but like, 2 MVPs, yeah, but
like Aaron
I guess
Rodgers,
how rare is that?
Aaron Rodgers is undisputedly top 10, and he has 4 MVPs and only 1 Super Bowl, and he's way better than Eli Manning. That was just because you have to admit Aaron Rodgers had some shitty teams that he carried.
Yeah, dude, that's like I've actually never thought about this before. Like, this is interesting.
You know how heartbreaking it was to be a Packers fan? I really thought in that 2020 season before Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, I really thought we were going to win the Super Bowl. That was the best. That was one of the best football teams I've ever watched. That was just mainly Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. But
yeah, no, it's I've never thought about it like that. Like, I guess like I don't know if who's in the top 10. Well, let's list a couple.
All time?
Because this is all time you're saying, right?
Tom Brady.
Like all time, you saying for Lamar Jackson, right? So Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, definitely.
I'll say order. I'll go.
I'm not gonna say order. I don't care about the order as much. I just want to know how many people we can list off the top of our head that are definitely
Tom
there.
Brady.
Because if we can name quite a few that are clearly higher than him, I feel like that kind of answers the question
Okay,
for us.
Tom Brady,
Patrick Mahomes.
Joe Montana,
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning. It's 5. Brett
Yeah.
Favre.
Yeah.
You can argue
Who's the other guy who wasn't Joe Montana from like the 80s who was big?
Steve Young.
Steve Young, yeah.
You could even argue Bart Starr for the Packers. Even that's really old. We'll leave him off for now.
Yeah, I don't really know. Like he's super like again, he's just old enough that some of the stats weren't there either too. Like it's not as fresh. Bro, we're probably
Dan Marino.
we're like stupid right now. We're
Dan
forgetting
Marino
people.
never won a Super Bowl, but Dan
He was
Marino,
pretty damn consistent. Yeah, I guess so.
I hear about him. You could honestly put him there top 10. Like they're really.
I don't know, dude. Like that's a lot of people who feel like they're just way above. But maybe that's like maybe it's a recency thing, right? Like maybe it's just like okay, all these other people because we named people who are like apart from like Patrick Mahomes, really, all the people we just listed are like in stone, right?
Oh, okay.
At this point.
John Elway, forgot about him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I was trying to remember. I knew it.
Okay.
I don't want to like sound super stupid because I know I'm gonna be like, oh.
Okay, let's see. Dan Marino at 10. Drew
Oh,
Brees,
fucking Drew Brees, of course. What were we thinking? Obviously, Drew Brees is up there.
Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah.
I don't know about Brett Favre. Maybe because he just won more Super Bowls. Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
Yeah, John Elway, Patrick Mahomes, obviously. Peyton Manning, yeah. Like, see,
I think
all those people are definitely better than
Okay.
Lamar Jackson.
if he wins this year, the Super Bowl for you, I don't think he's top 10 yet. I think if he wins one more MVP or one more Super Bowl, I think he's top 10
He's
then.
definitely at least in the conversation, yeah.
Because that would
that
mean
point.
that either he has 2 Super Bowls and 2 MVPs or 3 MVPs and 1 Super Bowl.
3 MVPs would be
Aaron
insane.
Rodgers has 4 and he's number 6 and that would be a very similar career and he's
Yeah,
number 6.
okay. So
And
here, I will
Dan
concede. I will say if
Dan
he
Marino
wins
has
this, if he
0.
wins this in my bracket, I don't think he would be up there yet. He'd have to win one more big thing, I think. Because again, everybody who we're looking at, like they're like, again, they just Lamar Jackson's great, but I just don't think he's there yet.
Yeah, he very well has the potential.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And who do you think your Super Bowl MVP would be? Like a player?
So yeah.
Lamar?
So there's nobody in
Lamar?
Super Bowl, right? That's how it works.
Just like pick one player. Lamar.
Or so Super Bowl MVP or like
Yeah.
MVP generally. Okay.
We can pick. We can do both.
Probably. So it's Lions versus Ravens.
Yeah, it has to be a Ravens player though, because they win.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
So it's,
not
it's
this
pretty
is.
much between Derrick Henry.
Well, no, is that true? Because Cowboys lost Super Bowl like Super Bowl 5, and they had Super Bowl MVP. Are we sure that's like actually a rule, or it just
Okay.
always happens to be
It's
on
not.
the
It's
team?
not a rule, but like in my Super Bowl, for example, Josh Allen would have to throw. Tom Brady threw 6 touchdowns and 500 yards and didn't win Super Bowl MVP. So you'd have to put up 700 yards and like 6 touchdowns like Josh Allen would. Like I think you have to do so much, and the other team has to play so shit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So
So,
it's
we'll
pretty
do
much
that.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, like so, Ravens win.
Pretty much.
Who's running back in for
Derrick
fucking?
Henry?
Yeah.
Who's one
Okay.
of the best, like top 3.
See, that's the thing. It could really be either of them, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know who else it would be. Maybe again, sorry guys. I'm like, I know it sounds like dumb. It probably is not great that I can't remember who the fucking players of these teams are, but I looked at it before I knew it was like load them.
Mark
I looked at it.
Andrews, tight end.
Yeah, Zay Flowers, DeAndre Hopkins, Mark
old,
Andrew. I like DeAndre Hopkins
He's
could
so
also
old,
get
though.
it if he's like really fucking clutch. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
could get it.
Like if
Um,
he caught 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
and,
no,
like,
I don't think
8
anybody on the defense will get it, but a lot of people also are really good too, obviously. But
No,
like, so maybe DeAndre Hopkins could get it, but
It's probably
obviously
Derrick
it
Henry
would probably be. I would rather be. I mean, like, yeah, I could. It really could be anybody. I don't know. I'd say it's most likely going to be. I'd give it a slight edge to Derrick Henry,
Yeah,
but like it could also be Lamar Jackson, just below. You know.
and then for me, for Packers, I'm gonna say Micah Parsons had a crazy game with like 3 sacks and a forced fumble.
See, the defensive players don't get it very often.
Yeah,
so
they can, though.
I know they can, but like that's.
And I'm gonna say
big,
that the way I
something.
think Jordan Love could too. I'm gonna say Jordan Love throws like 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 270 yards. But the thing with is like I don't know if that's good enough to win MVP if someone has 3 sacks and a fumble. And I feel like the Packers receivers, you notice it's always a different person. Like it's not like the Vikings where like Justin Jefferson has like 200-yard games. You know what I mean? It's always like a bit of a committee approach. Like touchdowns from like 3 different players. Like each player has 60, 70 yards. So I don't think he'd be a receiver. I'm gonna go Micah Parsons. It could also be Josh Jacobs if he has like 2 rushing touchdowns and like 100 yards.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
So Josh Jacobs or Micah Parsons. Well, I'll give the edge to Josh Jacobs actually, because I know the reason he came to Green Bay was because he wanted to play playoff games. So he's gonna be fine.
What I'm realizing too, actually, is that Ravens definitely would have the edge over Lions because they're definitely better on the rushing attack too.
The
Now that I think
Lions
about
are
it.
very, very good. They have Gibbs and Montgomery, but like Derrick
No, but
Henry's hard to
like
manage.
fucking Lamar Jackson,
Lamar Jackson
he's
is
known for rushing. Like, so no, that just further solidified my pick that Ravens definitely would probably win over Lions for sure because their running is just insane.
All right, so
Is there any more questions you had? I don't got much
I
for
think
you.
that's it.
Okay, guys. Well, I want to say it once again for anybody who watches this. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Hearing us and hearing me and Ryan collaborate on like basically our yearly video at this point. It's nice to
Pretty
keep the
much.
old flame going sometimes. And take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.